Hey guys, today we're going to take a look at 22 caliber pistols for self-defense. I know 22 caliber is not the ideal caliber for self-defense, but nowadays a lot of people for whatever reason are choosing to carry a small 22 caliber pistol. They're really light, very low recoil, real easy to shoot. A lot of people that are elderly or just don't like shooting big recoil guns will use something like this for self-defense. And although it's not ideal, lately you find that they're very reliable and not a bad choice for self-defense. So we're going to take a look at a couple. We have Beretta's model 21A 22 long rifle. They call it the Bobcat. It's a tip barrel 22 long rifle with a magazine. I think it's a 7-round magazine in here. We're also going to take a look at North American Arms, the NAA Black Widow 22 long rifle, 5-shot with great sights on it. So we're going to shoot these two. We'll shoot them for accuracy, check them for reliability, and just have some fun. Today we're going to shoot 4 different kinds of ammo. We're going to shoot the CCI Mini Mags 36 grain hollow point, CCI Veloster. It's a hollow point, but it shoots at 1,435 feet per second, 40 grain. The CCI Stingers, they're 32 grain at 1,640 feet per second. And finally, we're going to shoot Winchester's PowerPoint. It's a 42 grain at 1,320 feet per second. So first up, we're going to shoot this Beretta. The Berettas we're going to shoot on the top target. This North American Arms we're going to shoot on the bottom target. This is conventional double action, single action. So the first shot we'll shoot will be double action. Every shot after that will be single action. And then this is a single action only. So you have to cock back the hammer every time you fire a round. So let's give it a shot. Let's see how we do. So 5 shots from each one. That top target is the Beretta. That bottom target is the North American Arms. And kind of taking a look at the accuracy here. And at first glance, it looks like this North American Arms is a little more accurate. I think it's based on the sights, to be honest. I can't really see those sights. I don't know if you can take a look at this real quick, but you can't really see the sights on this. They're just real thin, and it's hard when you got it up against that black on there. You don't see it too well. Where this North American Arms has real bright sights. You pick those up real easily. So we're gonna go round 2. The Beretta on the top target, the North American Arms on the bottom target. We're still shooting that CCI Mini Mags, the 36 grain hollow points. So this time I try to aim a little better. The groups will show it. Nice groups with both of them. both good functional groups, great for self-defense. There's basically no recoil with these. That's the beauty of a 22. You shoot it all day, you don't feel the recoil, you can shoot rapidly, and so far so good. We haven't had any kind of malfunctions so far into this test. Now we're going to shoot these CCI Velocitors, 22 long rifle, 1,435 feet per second, 40 grain hollow points. We'll shoot these next. So let's shoot those Velocitors. Again, we got the Beretta on the top target, the North American Arms on the bottom target. Got our first malfunction here, a failure to feed. Let's clear this. See where that's hanging up on the bottom there with this Velocitor. We got 4 rounds in with that one. Get to the North American Arms. We've had 2 failures to fire with this. So 2 failures to fire with this Veloster with the North American Arms. 1 failure to feed with the Beretta with the Veloster. The accuracy wasn't bad with that Veloster, pretty good accuracy, but those failures to feed and failure to fire definitely raises concerns with that brand of ammo or that type of ammo. Next, we're going to shoot Winchester PowerPoint, a 42 grain, 1,320 feet per second, copper plated hollow point. So we'll shoot 5 shots each with a Winchester PowerPoint 42 grain, Beretta again on the top target, North American Arms on the bottom. Both of those had exceptional accuracy, no failures to fire, no failures to feed. Definitely like the Winchester PowerPoint. Let's shoot round 2 and see how that does. Round 2 with this Winchester PowerPoint 42 grain, Beretta on the top, North American Arms on the bottom. So 5 more shots. Good functionality, no failures to feed, no failures to fire. Accuracy, yeah, we're shooting a little bit faster. They're all on target. So finally we're going to shoot these CCI Stingers. These Stingers is a 32 grain copper plated hollow point, 1,640 feet per second. Before we shoot these, there's been reports of failures with this ammo, and they say it's because of the case length. I don't know if you can see this here. Let's see if I can get this in focus. The case length is longer on these than on a standard 22. So there has been reports of failures to eject, but we're going to give it a shot in these guns and take a look and see. All right, CCI Stinger, Beretta on the top, North American Arms on the bottom. Round 2 with the Stingers. I'm going to fire 8 rounds with the Beretta, 7 in the mag, 1 in the barrel. And I'm going to fire this at typical self-defense speeds. We're not going to shoot them slow. So we're just going to pop off some rounds here. Now we're going to fire 8 more rounds, typical self-defense speeds. This time we're firing the CCI Mini Mags, 36 grain. And finally we'll fire the CCI Stingers at your typical self-defense speeds. And some more mini mags that self-defense. And finally, I'm going to shoot some mini mags out of that North American Arms at your typical self-defense speeds, center mass on the target. right, guys, so we shot these two 22s. We shot the Beretta 21A, and we shot the North American Arms Black Widow. We shot 4 different kinds of ammo. We shot the Veloster 22 long rifle, the Winchester PowerPoint 42 Max, CCI Stingers, and then the mini mags. We had a little bit of problems with the Veloster, a little bit of problems with the PowerPoint. When it comes to a self-defense gun, a gun you're going to carry for self-defense, if you have problems with an ammo, don't use the ammo. Stick with something that you're not going to have problems with. The reality is, with a self-defense gun, your #1 priority is reliability, and that's really what you got to look for. If I have problems with any kind of malfunctions with an ammo, I'm not using that ammo. You can plink with it at the range, you can shoot stuff with it, you can shoot paper with it, but if you're going to carry ammo for self-defense, you want something that works. Historically, the CCI Stingers, good ammo. Self-defense wise, although 22 long rifle is not recommended for self-defense, most people, most experts, if you will, that do recommend a 22, or if you need to use a 22, will recommend the CCI Stinger. It's just really good ammo. It shoots hot, it hits hard, and this is what they typically recommend. Now for me, I found for reliability, these mini mags are second to none. If your gun will cycle the CCI Stingers, by all means use them. If you have a hard time finding something that'll cycle in your 22 long rifle, try the mini mags. I've had great success with them. Now, ballistics wise, the mini mags is a 36 grain bullet. It typically has a muzzle velocity of 1,260 feet per second with 127 foot-pounds of energy at the muzzle. Now the Stinger, on the other hand, it's a 32 grain bullet, but instead of the 1,260 muzzle velocity, it has 1,640 feet per second of muzzle velocity and a whopping 191 foot-pounds of energy, which for 22 long rifles, a whole bunch of energy. So you get, a whole bunch more energy. Like I said, if you can shoot this, if your gun will reliably cycle it, then by all means shoot it. It's good ammo for self-defense purposes. Now, in shooting them, we had good accuracy with both. I really like the sights of this gun. The sights are really nice, easy to pick up. The downside is it's a single action only gun. That's the downside to this gun. It's a single action only gun, so every single time you fire this, you have to cock back the hammer, pull the trigger. Cock back the hammer, pull the trigger. So in a self-defense situation, that definitely would slow you down. The good thing about this one is a double action, single action gun. Beretta makes good guns. This one in particular I really like, but like I said, it's a double action, single action, which means the first time you pull the trigger, it performs the double action of cocking back the hammer, and then of course releasing the hammer to fire. Every time after that, it would be single action. The double action is not bad. The single action is really, really smooth in these guns. I got a little snap cap in there. We had a good reliability with it, except with the Veloster, and I think one time with that PowerPoint, and to me, one's enough. If there's any kind of problem with it, I'm not going to shoot it. The mini mags and the Stingers shot perfectly, and so that's what we shot. To me, if the Stingers will work in it, I'm definitely going to carry that if I choose to carry a 22 caliber pistol for self-defense. In shooting both of these, in my honest opinion, having the 7 rounds plus 1 in the chamber is significantly more ammo than having 5 rounds of ammo. At the same time, to quickly slap in another 7-round magazine is much faster than having to pull this pin out, open this up, finagle this out of here, use your pin to push out the brass that doesn't come out, and then load 5 more rounds of ammo in, load it back in there, put your pin back in. It's a lot of work to do. It's a good last-ditch gun, but honestly, for the size, the Beretta is actually a smaller gun than this. If you look front to back, it's a smaller gun. It's smaller, every dimension is smaller, and you get more capacity. Having shot both of these, I definitely say this is the one I would carry of the two if I was forced to carry a 22 caliber pistol for self-defense. I definitely like the size of it. It's a small gun. It fits in your hand. It's smaller than 380s. It's smaller than those little subcompact 9mm. And for some people that have a hard time with recoil, even in 380s and 9mm, the 22 is a viable option. The only downside I really saw to this gun was the sights. The sights are really hard to pick up. I don't know if you can see this, and it's just black on black. I think if I was going to carry this, I would at least paint this front blade white or some kind of contrasting color, because these are really, they're fixed sights. You get what you get. Now, having said that, it was a pretty accurate gun. Everything was within 2-3 inches at self-defense ranges, which is a pretty good thing. But having shot it, I think it's a good gun. Beretta 22 long rifle, model 21A, just a good gun. I liked it. I liked everything about it. It has the tip barrel, which is a good thing because you can actually see if you have a round of ammo in there. I carry this little snap cap to train with. You can kind of see if you have a live round in there by just popping up your barrel. And if you do, you can get rid of that. And if you're going to manipulate your trigger, manipulate your hammer, you can do that without fear of accidentally dropping the hammer on a live round. Well, there you have it. There's our little review. We had some fun shooting, had some fun looking at the different guns, but little 22 caliber pistols, if that's something you decide to do, this is a couple of good choices. Of the two, I definitely like the Beretta 21A best. Thank you very much. Take care and God bless.